Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. Thanks for coming on by and checking out this video. Appreciate your time and your support. I just left T-Mobile. I returned my OnePlus 8. It was a hard decision for me to return it because I was having a really good time with that smartphone, especially with the cameras. Taking pics, shooting video. Amazing cameras for the OnePlus 8. I hear that the OnePlus 8 Pro is much better. Now, there's a lot to love about the OnePlus 8. Whether it's the form factor, very solid phone, beautiful phone. Love the hole punch at the bottom right-hand corner. Love that location. Speaker is really good. Display at 1080p, a really good 1080p display. When watching movies and videos, yeah, it's a great experience. Performance functionality, it's there, man. That 90 hertz refresh rate, it is what it is. It does the job. A lot of goodness about the OnePlus 8. But there was something that I said a week ago that has been sitting in the back of my mind. And it started to get to me after I started thinking about what I said. Now, during the early morning vlog about a week ago, I said that the only really big negativity, but at that point in time, it wasn't a deal breaker, was the price. 700 smacks. And then I started to think, and remember, if you watch the early morning vlogs, there's a lot of information during those vlogs. I mean, if you haven't seen one, please go check them out, because that's really when I share my mind about a lot of different areas on a lot of different smartphones that I've brought in, and that I will continue to do so with smartphones that I bring in the future. And I will share a lot of the reviewing process during those times. So I said that it didn't bother me at the time, that it is what it is. But like I said, it did start to get to me after a while when I started to look at the OnePlus 7 Pro, a device that I had a while back, and what I paid for that specific smartphone, which was under 700 smacks. And when you look at what I paid and what I got in comparison to the OnePlus 8, I realized that I kind of played myself financially. I got a 1440p display. I got speakers that were even better than what they are on the OnePlus 8, and they're good. They're really good, but they were better on the OnePlus 7 Pro. All display with no notch, which I don't mind the notch, or hole cutout, or capsule cutout. I don't mind any of that anymore. I don't. But if you could have an all display with a pop-up camera for under 700 smacks, 1440p, not at 1080p, again, nothing wrong with a 1080p display as long as it's really good. And it is on the OnePlus 8. For me personally, I'm someone that really digs deep into media. I love watching videos and movies, lots of movies, listening to lots of music. So when I'm not reviewing a smartphone, when I'm not sharing content with all of you, I'm using whatever it is that I have in pocket, in my hand, 24/7. I spend a lot of hard-earned money on these devices. And what I got with the OnePlus 7 Pro for under 700, and what I'm getting for 700 on the OnePlus 8, it's not a financially smart move on my part. Just not. And that started to eat at me this last week. All I can say is wait for the OnePlus 8 to drop in price by another $100 at least. Because I mentioned in that early morning vlog, it'd been better if it had been $100 cheaper, or even $50, but I take $100. I think for $599.99 that the OnePlus 8 would have been perfect. That's just my opinion for what it has to offer. But, you know, I get intrigued, I move on something, and it's either going to stay with me or it's not. And I don't hardly ever return a smartphone like this. I usually keep them, and I've been selling a lot of them on Swappa. It's been a great place for me to sell my smartphones. Some I sell to friends or co-workers. But yeah, I hate walking back into the store and returning anything. shout out to T-Mobile. They were really cool about it. They understood. The guy was like, I don't know why you just didn't get the 7T. The salesperson said that to me, which is kind of funny, kind of laughing at myself, because I put up a poll on Twitter asking a lot of you 7T or the OnePlus 8. And the 7T overwhelmingly won that poll. But I didn't listen because, well, I get intrigued. But it was that very thought about what I paid for the 7 Pro in comparison to the 8 that really got me thinking. And it wasn't a wise purchase. I just don't bring in smartphones just to review. There's a lot of YouTube reviewers out there that are blessed financially to be able just to bring in smartphone after smartphone after smartphone. I can't do that. I have enough to bring in a little more than other YouTubers, and I'm right in line with, well, another group of YouTubers when it comes to bringing in what I bring in. But it just wasn't a wise decision. And, it teaches me something going forward. And I do a lot of homework, but sometimes I become intrigued, like the S20 Ultra 1400 Max. I traded in a device, my Note 10, so I paid $700 cash, but I made money back on some of the videos that I put out. So for me, it was a wise decision to be able to trade in, make some money from YouTube, and end up with a device that I personally really love and having a great time with, that some of you out there aren't. But if I had really thought about what I had on the 7 Pro in comparison to the 8 before I bought it, I probably would have lost the intrigue and realized not a smart move. But almost 14 days later, I realized that, returned it, got my money back, and I am looking at the LG V60, and that has a notch, an old school notch. It's got the essential notch, which is fine. It's a big device. And for the same amount of money, I can get that. And it's an LG device, and I like LG. But at the same time, I'm thinking on what move I should make next, or no move at all. But at the end of the day, the OnePlus 8 is a really, really good smartphone, a fun smartphone. A performer, functionality is right on. Customization is right there. Shelf is gone. You got my Google feed, news feed is there now, and that's awesome. Lot to love about it. The cameras, the 1080p is a killer, really good killer display. Speakers are really, really good. It's worth $599. It's not worth $699. That's just my opinion. Live and let learn, right? That's okay. So now, going forward, we'll see what I end up with or not end up with. Let me know your thoughts, but remember, all of this is based on me, on what I want. When I go to bed at night, what I work hard for, I got to be happy with. Okay? And, well, you got to be a part of that reviewing process and whatever it is that I bring in. But you know that when I'm away from YouTube, I got to be happy with it too. And sometimes it doesn't end up that way. We all go through that. So it is what it is. So let me know your thoughts, your opinions down below in the description area. Did I just say description area? In the comment area. Let me know down below in the comment area. And thanks for watching. God bless. Peace. Stay safe and healthy. I'm out.